It's really impressive with what the Sonic community is capable of creating. The amount of content made from original games to character mods, stages, and in this case, a full-on port. Sonic Unleashed Recompiled is a native PC port of the Xbox 360 version of Unleashed, including numerous quality of life features, making it the definitive way to play my favorite Sonic game of all time. Now, we already could play an updated version of Unleashed via the Xbox Series X backwards compatibility, which brought the framerate to 60 FPS and improved the load times. Fans also previously created the Unleashed project for Sonic Generations on PC, but this only brought over the daytime stages, leaving a large chunk of Unleashed out of the picture. But for the fans that only cared about the daytime stages, this is exactly what they want. Recompiled though is everything you expect a modern remaster to come equipped with. Options for visuals, audio, gameplay, all able to mix and match to provide the best experience your PC is capable of running, and having the freedom to add whatever mods you want to further improve your time playing. Now keep in mind that Recompiled does not contain the game itself. Everything included is related to the built-in enhancements. The site dictates that you must use your legally owned copy of Sonic Unleashed for 360 to run everything properly. Once you do and download the recompiled files with the link provided in this description, you're ready to start playing. First off, the menus for all the settings are so neatly organized, making everything easy to find and adjust. System settings, input, audio, video, there's a lot to mess around with. While the frame rate is set automatically to 60 frames per second, matching the Xbox Series X, you're free to adjust it however you like. You also have options for anti-aliasing, V-Sync, aspect ratio, resolution, even an option to turn on the tin found in the Xbox version. Personally, what I really love seeing is an option to turn off the motion blur. While it makes sense for everything to be blurry as you're boosting by, I'd rather see the stage I'm traversing, especially with how beautiful it now looks on PC. There is an option for an enhanced motion blur if you wish to try it, though it warns about cost to performance. Speaking of, any options that could negatively affect the game's performance is clearly stated on the specific options, like how any frame rate over 60 may result in glitches. I did mess around with higher frame rates and it did run solid, but since the YouTube video is set at 60, I just left the game at 60. While I only have a standard monitor for my computer, the ultra-wide support looks awesome. Or you could opt in to go portrait mode as other people have been showing online. Along with ultra-wide, there's another option where you can change the aspect ratio for the game's real-time cutscenes. The video settings is where you'll spend most of your time tweaking with this port, figuring out what your PC can handle without harming the overall experience. Audio settings have the standard sliders you expect to see, along with another option that many fans will be extremely happy to see. An option to turn off the werehog music. One of the biggest criticisms I've seen over the years with Unleashed is that for every battle as the werehog, you were bombarded with the same jazzy tune over and over again, which for many grew tiring very quickly. But now, you don't have to worry about listening to it ever again, allowing you to enjoy the stage's music without any interruptions. Now, considering I played this game numerous times already, I actually don't mind the werehog music, and wasn't planning to turn it off for this new playthrough. But when I turned it off for testing purposes, it was really nice, so what I'll probably do is just turn it on and off depending if I feel in the mood for some jazz. Although this next feature will have me listening to a whole lot of other music. Music attenuation when turned on will lower the game's music, allowing music playing from another app to be better heard. So if for example you want some Xenoblade battle music playing during the werehog stages, you can go right ahead without worrying about punches and any other sound effects being affected. If you want to hear Live and Learn playing during a day stage, go right ahead. It's all up to you. While this port is based on the Xbox 360 version of Unleashed, that's not to say that the PS3 version is left to the curb. In the input settings, you can have either the Xbox or PlayStation buttons displayed, no matter the controller you're currently using. The time of day transition for both versions are included, which I was gonna keep the Xbox version selected since it looks better visually compared to the PS3 spinning medals. But considering how fast the PS3 transition is, you could just use that to speed up the swap. And lastly, you got the Xbox tin I mentioned earlier, which I never noticed until now. You could turn it on for that authentic Xbox experience, but I like how it looks off. The last few notable settings worth mentioning include options to hide the hints and controller prompts on stages, so if you don't want things popping up during stages, you can just simply remove them. What's cool to see is that the developers brought over the game's achievements with a custom notification window popping up on screen. Now, will I go for everything after doing it already on Xbox? Nah, I'm alright, thanks. I had enough hot dogs already, thank you. Even outside of the settings, the smaller details I've seen from this is crazy. Like when you change from day to night, the app's icon will change accordingly, and when you're playing with the PlayStation controller, the light will change too. Things like this show just how much the developers cared for this project and wanted to make it the best it could possibly be. And after playing a couple hours of it, it's safe to say that this is the best way to play Sonic Unleashed. Everything looks clean, smooth, it runs perfect, and so far I haven't come across any issues running it. Messing around seeing how I can make this game look is pretty funny. It can look beautiful one second, not the next. Of course, issues found in the game itself, like daytime Sonic's handling at slower speeds and camera mishaps, are still present, so don't expect that to be any different. But I love this game to death, and having any reason to play it again is fine by me. The daytime stages are some of the best modern stages in the series. The Werehog is fun hack and slash action, performing cool combos and taking down large bosses, and I love roaming around the hub areas completing quests, making it feel like an adventure around the world. Compared to the Xbox Series X version, load times are relatively the same from what I noticed, but with the ability to adjust the frame rate over 60 FPS on PC, that alone makes this port better. And adding everything from its visuals, music, and quality of life features, it's not even a competition. But that's kinda harsh to say since the Xbox Series X version is still just backwards compatibility. Now obviously this is still, at the end of the day, Sonic Unleashed. If you played it before, it's the same game here, just with a whole bunch of additional features to better improve the experience. So if you don't have a PC capable of taking advantage of all these new bells and whistles, the Series X version is still a great way to play this Sonic adventure. Although considering this is still a 360 game at its core, I'm sure most PCs can run it smoothly if everything is left on the default settings. The people who will get the most satisfaction out of this are the hardcore Unleashed fans, the ones who have played it multiple times and want the definitive way to play it, and of course have the ability to tweak and add more content via mod support. I haven't messed around with the mods yet, but from what I've seen online, there's already a lot to look through and try. Seeing how the Sonic community kept generations going after release, I'm confident Unleashed will get the same treatment. But let's say Sega sees this and decides to finally remaster Unleashed for modern consoles. Would I still get it? Yeah, I would. While it would be nice to see everything here included in an official remaster, looking at some of Sega's other remasters, I wouldn't get my hopes up. The main reasons I would buy an official remaster of Sonic Unleashed is simply because it's my favorite Sonic game, and to show Sega that they should put a bigger effort in providing ways to play their back catalog of games that are currently trapped on older consoles. For the casual gamers, those who don't follow fan projects or just don't have a reliable PC, an official Sega remaster would be right up their alley. And with how popular Sonic has become over the past few years, this is the perfect opportunity for them to showcase Sonic's older games. Considering how big the reception online has been for this project, a lot of fans hold Unleashed in high regard, and I imagine they too would buy an official remaster if Sega put this amount of effort into improving it. Hell, hire the people who worked on this. They clearly knew what they were doing. It's up to Sega on how to proceed, but regardless, Recompiled will keep me and many fans entertained for the foreseeable future. A huge congratulations and thank you to those who took the time and effort in creating this native PC port. I cannot wait to continue playing and see where it goes from here. Also, thanks to you guys, my Xbox has lost its only reason I turn it on. Sorry, buddy. If you tried Sonic Unleashed Recompiled, what did you think about it? Or if you just played Standard Unleashed, what is your favorite part of it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell to be notified for future videos. I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving the channel and hope to continue making content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Hey look, I found this mod that replaces Chip with Hatsune Miku.
Some chocolate